Dolphins fans. Let's go! What is good, Fin Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason, and we are back here for another one. Please, there's already 100 of you in the room. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you are new. We are just about 10 away from passing 12.3 thousand. So we're just over 700 away from 13,000. Let's get there. Please do me the favor. Smash that like button. Smash it, smash it, smash it. Show some love and appreciation for what me and the homie Martin do, because days like this are long ones where we've got about like 48 plays to break down for all of y'all. This is no joke today. I thought I was being generous throwing one Achane play in here, that 55-yard run. Now I'm thinking of, man, I shouldn't even have bothered. They're just adding, heaping on, I thought, that'll be like the 41st play. And here we are sitting at like 48. So we're going to go over it all with y'all. How you feeling? It's a stark difference from where we were last week when we met here, Martin. Listen, Bills fans are out here trying to spin the narrative that, McDermott forced Tua off his first read and that's why he struggled. No. I saw multiple times where Tua was making the throw after he was off his first read. That wasn't the issue. The issue was, and I've tried to tell people this, the pass protection. And, you played the position, so you'll get what I'm saying here, Martin.
Yep.
Okay, here, let me tell everyone here. Comfortability breeds confidence in that position. When you're comfortable, you start making the confident throws. You start looking like no one looks like what Josh Allen does, but you start making the plays, extending and making the throws. Josh Allen was effortless. We've seen Tua get to that level of comfort even in the first weeks behind the offensive line, and he just didn't have it this week. And it was clearly that was the biggest thing. Like, listen, Taron Armstead, when he's healthy, may be our best offensive lineman, but this weekend proved Connor Williams with what we have behind him is our most important right now, because Kendall Lamb, for the most part, held his own. Liam Eichenberg was a flat-out disaster. And then when you look out, Lester Cotton is right behind him. It doesn't get any prettier. It doesn't get any better when you go any deeper. So, for me at least, where I'm at with this is, Tua had played a fine game. Tua was fine from what I saw and what we're going to go over here. There were some times where he made chunk plays because I got, look, he had time. Oh, look, he had protection and a chunk play. You know what I mean? And for this, let's be honest here. There was one play where Hunt was pulling to the left side, and because Eichenberg got put on skates right off the bat, he almost tripped Hunt. But because he almost tripped Hunt, he delayed Hunt getting to the left edge, and it was one of those plays where the free rusher was coming off. Hunt was pulling to the side, and Eichenberg gets pushed back, and his feet trip him up. Hunt's slow to get there. Free rusher comes off and forces Tua to try and make an off-platform throw that falls for an incompletion, if I remember correctly. And that was the big thing that I saw in the film too, Martin. No, I know people are, dude, I know you're not on Twitter, but people are, Dolphins Twitter is literally memeing the hell out of that play where that Armstead got hurt on, where Eichenberg was almost like parallel with the freaking ground.
Yeah, like a split. Yeah.
Have you seen what they're doing on Twitter?
Nah, I haven't.
Oh, bro, you still shot at him like that? Someone put him on a pair of Jordan 11s and said, "Yo, I got my new Air Liams because they're killing him out here, bro." Dolphins community is murdering him for that, bro.
Yeah, but that's
up while you're talking here. But the big thing you were seeing too was the lack of IDs and shifts and the overall lack of communication. And we've talked about this before, Martin. That center is the linebacker of your offensive line. That is your heart. And you could really tell the difference of guys weren't getting picked up and they're coming off free, especially at that left side. And you know where it's starting from and you know what the difference is, right?
Yeah. The center is the quarterback, man. Exactly. He literally not Eichenberg, but the center position in particular. It's no different than having Tua as a starter and who's Tua's backup, right?
Yeah.
If that were to happen and Connor Williams were to be the starter, I think you'll see like a similar type of offense where something is off, right? Because the starters get most of the reps and they're starters for a reason. And in Liam Eichenberg's situation is not enough reps and not enough talent when it comes to what you're supposed to be doing at the center position.
Yeah.
But at the very least, a lot of things that I saw from Liam Eichenberg was one of just not having the anchor. And also what kind of confused me was, and I told you this earlier, when you have a brand new center, first start ever, and you have Teron Armstead as your left tackle and Austin Jackson, and we could say what we want about what he was in the past, but this season Austin Jackson looks like a top 5 right tackle in this league.
Yeah.
When you have those two guys at tackle, if you're a guard and you have no one to block and you're looking around, don't go help Austin Jackson. Don't go help Teron Armstead. You immediately, knowing that this is this guy's first start, you immediately jump to his defense. And I didn't see that enough out of our offensive guards, Robert Hunt or Isaiah Wynn. And to be honest, none of those guys in the interior none of them looked like they got off the bus, right? They all looked a step behind. And arguably our best offensive lineman in this game from the tape that I saw was Austin Jackson by far. It wasn't even close. Austin Jackson was the only dude to come off the bus other than Teron Armstead when he got injured, and obviously Lamb when he got
injured. I'm about to do him so dirty right now. It's unbelievable. I got to show you. So these are some of them we got rocking here, bro. So here's Rafiki, you know Rafiki from Lion King?
Oh Jesus.
Here's him bull rushing Liam Eichenberg. Oh my jeez.
Bro, we can't be we can't be this ruthless though, man.
Oh man, hold on. Check it. We ain't done.
Oh man.
All right, so that was from Dolphin Receipts. Shout out to Dolphin Receipts. Here's what I was telling you about. I believe this is from Mike Williams. Shout out to Mike Williams. The Air Eichenbergs. Come on, bro. Tell me that ain't absolutely dope, bro. When I saw that, I almost fell out of my chair,
funny.
Bro.
It's funny. It's
right.
Golden.
Hold on. We ain't done, though. We ain't done. Because we ain't done. I got 3 more. We got to shout out the homie Perfect Season because she always be memeing up and she be killing people on Twitter. First of all, for all you Heat fans. All right. First of all, for all you Heat fans, all right, poster. Then I know we got probably. Do you think we probably got a lot of people who watch the Olympics who watch this channel? Come on, this man's skiing. Hold on, and then here it goes, and then here it is, man. And this one makes the most sense because guess what? After his performance on Sunday, Liam Eichenberg should be arrested, okay? This man should be put up and arrested.
Hands on the car. Hands on the car. Hey,
oh my God.
Hey, but to be fair, right? Let's be fair with this too, because obviously Liam Eichenberg was
make your point about
number
Robert
one.
Hunt. Go ahead.
He was culprit number 1, right? Now I'm not going to talk about Robert Hunt just yet.
Okay.
But in Liam
Everyone
Eichenberg's
struggled
defense,
because even Isaiah Wynn let a free rusher.
Isaiah looked lost sometimes in this game, and literally the entire
Really, your
protection on the
tackles were the
interior
only one
was the key.
yeah. The tackles were good. The interior protection was definitely suspect. It's just Robert Hunt and Wynn had their moments, but Eichenberg was consistently bad. I counted either 5 or 6 plays that were blown up because of Eichenberg in one way or another, whether it was a penalty that took the Waddle touchdown off the board, whether it was him getting Armstead injured because of that picture we were just memeing. That's from the play where Armstead got injured, right? And there was just so many times, like, not only Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones had a freaking day when I hopped into the film. This guy I've never seen someone so easily swim move through a set of hands the way Daquan just right through, just like,
I mean, textbook,
like,
like textbook.
Not even a little fight, bro. Like, just gone.
Yeah, it was a recurring instance the entire game when looking at the Buffalo Bills defense, from defensive line, linebackers, DBs, they were on point. Even when we were moving the ball, they were on point the entire game. But again, in Liam Eichenberg's defense, when you look at his position and you look at his experience in that position, it's difficult to really pile in on him because we know how long it takes to really become something at center when you haven't had that many reps. Connor Williams in particular is a guy that early on we saw like instances where, he needs to do a little bit more work.
Hold on. So someone said, so am I understanding this correctly? Tua is not good enough to overcome O-line shortcomings. That's not necessarily true at all. You have a game plan installed, and when poor protection throws off the timing and the rhythm of your game plan and throws your game plan into fray, it's the game plan is now. And you think you can't game plan off the fly. You've got to start adjusting. And really, you don't have a ton of time to adjust. You got to have stuff in the back pocket. But when look at how much pressure they were getting off a 4-man rush. They were sending 4, and we had 6 a lot of the time, and they were getting pressure. It was unbelievable. Like, it was making me salivate because that's the pressure our defense needs to be getting, because the front 4 is so predicated on getting that kind of pressure in our system and what we run. If we got that kind of pressure, our defense would be freaking feasting right now. And I'll even add another layer. How is Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when he was dealing with backup offensive linemen and running for his life? Did they win? Did they beat Tom Brady and the Bucs? No. Tom Brady went out and just made efficient throws from the short to the intermediate all level all game and beat them because Mahomes was running for his life. And Mahomes ain't even that great of an athlete in terms of scrambling and stuff. It's not like he's an elite athlete. You know what I mean? Like, and even he was running for his life and he lost. And even he couldn't overcome what the pass pro did to their game plan for that specific game. That's exactly what happened. And we game-by-game basis, man, right?
And with that context right there, reason we emphasize all the time with Tua, he's a timing, rhythm, precision-based quarterback. And when you throw out the timing and the rhythm,
if he's executing at getting the ball out around 2 seconds already heading into this game, he's proven that. That shows you how bad the pass pro is. And I'll go even better than this. All of us are Dolphin fans here, we claim to be. Okay? So then we should all remember the GOAT Tom Brady when we used to rattle the hell out of him, especially in Miami. And what would happen when we made Tom Brady uncomfortable? We would beat him a lot of the time. Even the GOAT, even the people that'll say he's the greatest to ever do it. When we would make him uncomfortable and we'd rattle him because his pass pro was breaking down against us, what happened? He usually lost against us in Miami because it usually happened in Miami.
Yeah, and I think that's why the marriage between Tua and the offensive line is so crucial to the success of the entire offense.
Tell. We watched Tua for 4 years. You can see tendencies in Tua when he's not trusting the protection, and they were popping up. He's not, and he's not trusting Eichenberg. That's what it was coming down to.
Yeah, like I saw some plays where Tua was just like not even
he rushes his order. He rushes his order of operations because
correct, 100%.
he doesn't trust the protection, man.
100%. He pulled down the football multiple times where he felt the pressure coming way sooner than it should, and you can tell like he was just uncomfortable most of the game, and that also created a situation where he was reverting back to bad habits as far as looking off one side and just throwing blindly to which was the Robbie Chosen pick was just a blind throw to
well, there was
spot,
a miscommunication there too, because it looked like he can't. We'll talk about it, but it looked like when we saw the play, but it looked like he thought Chosen was going to keep going vertical, and Chosen was starting to break it in.
I still believe it was still a blind throw, though. You know what I mean? As far as trying to get the ball out quicker instead of feeling the rhythm, and I'm just saying it all ties together.
You can see the miscommunication though in the route and where the throw and the placement is, though. You could tell he thought he's going to go. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just adding another layer to it. It looks like he thought Robbie was going to go vertical with it, and Robbie started breaking it in, and that's why it sailed over him.
I see. And one last
the reason
thing
why you even put it high on that throw was because you had an underneath defender. Anyway, so
yeah. And one more thing about Liam, so everybody can take a little pill to calm down and be, because these memes is crazy, bro. But in Liam's case, what I always see from Liam, and this is dating back to his rookie year, when and Teron Armstead mentioned this during an interview one time. He was like, "Listen, if we have one bad rep, make sure that one doesn't turn into two, and make sure two doesn't turn into three, right?"
Yeah,
and in Liam's case, I consistently see right there. I consistently see a guy every time he loses a rep and it's clear and obvious he lost the rep. He just dips his head.
Bro,
he dips his head like, man.
Well, yeah, they tried him at every single freaking position and nothing's worked.
Yeah. But that's what I mean by what we're dealing with, a fragile kind of player that even if he is playing poorly, it would be in our best interest not to make it work. Like he's in his own head already, but the outside pressure that kind of closes in on him. And obviously we're talking about a professional, right? You're playing in the NFL, you should be a little tougher, but maybe he's not there yet to handle that type of pressure. And you can see the snowball effect of him going, lower and lower and lower in confidence. But I think he needs to begin to understand that, look, you got a free flow. Just go out there and make plays.
Stop, advice falling on dead ears, bro. This guy is going to be out of the league in 2 years. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Yeah, it might be
this shit. No team's going to pick this guy up, man. He's terrible. Like doesn't have the feet. He's unathletic. He's got T-Rex length to his arms. He's got nothing. He's not the technician. You go back to the Notre Dame thing. I used to laugh. You know how many times I used to see him lunge and a defender just stop and watch him go? Like Liam Eichenberg is he's not good, man. I didn't like him coming out of Notre Dame, and I don't like. I was shocked when Dante had such a high grade on him. He's just been a disaster. Like, listen, did I not say when we got McDaniel, Austin Jackson, because of his traits and his tools, he's salvageable. Eichenberg is not. What does this hat turn into?
You're right.
This guy's had what's left after center? Water boy? Well, what's next to try this guy at? Well, where does it go? And you know how many times I saw this guy low effort, still can't pick up stunts or loopers.
Multiple times.
Multiple times where he's stuck with no work because he's not even looking for it.
Exactly. Yeah, and again, that's why obviously, and you brought it up earlier, Robert Hunt and Isaiah Wynn, they have to be coached up by Butch Berry to emphasize, listen, if you have no one to block, your first and last priority needs to be look for Liam, help Liam, because Liam needs help.
That's sad.
Yeah.
That now,
but that's the situation we're in.
I know, but one of the great things about great linemen is you play off react. It's reactive, right? But now you're gonna be like this little fucking angel on your shoulder, be like, don't forget about Liam. Don't forget about Liam.
Yeah.
And now we got players, instead of reading and reacting, they're thinking. And when you
they're projecting,
and when you think mistakes happen. I'm just saying in any sport.
Yeah.
In any sport.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
I
you know,
agree.
like I'm just saying. Anyways,
I agree.
let's get into this because yeah, we got lots.
Yeah, that was a Liam rant.
He's just not good, man. I mean, there's no
He
wait till
struggled.
tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow on
Sure.
7:45 p.m. for the finish line with Richmond. Richmond
Oh
made
yeah.
me send him all of the all-22 of our offense so he could see what Liam was doing. And I talked to him today, and all I'm going to say is this: don't expect rave reviews from the greatest tackle to play in aqua and orange for Liam Eichenberg tomorrow, okay? All right. I got the behind the scenes, non-sugar coated Richmond, which I'm not saying he's flying off the handle and using, curse words and such, but he's not really, doing cartwheels and song and dances over this guy as well. And I'm sure you'll get the sugar coated version on the finish line, but let's just say this. I mean, he don't disagree with me about there's a good chance Liam Eichenberg's frying French fries in 3 years if he's looking for work. Otherwise he better sit on his money, and I hope he's investing his money good. He better have opened up some car washes and stuff.
The number one thing I saw from Liam was lack of confidence and a lack of just belief in himself, man. It was a mixture of both. Yeah. And it's like, damn, it's a bad combination, to say the least. But
because with how deficient he is trait wise, he needs to be like a flawless technician, and he's not even close.
Yeah,
not even close. You know what I mean? Let's get into it,
man.
All right, 7-0 Bills after the opening drive. 1st and 10 from the Miami 23, 2 in the gun, empty backfield. 11 personnel, double stacks each side, cover 2 press for the Bills pre-snap, but they're going to rotate to cover 3 post-snap. And Tua is just going to take Smythe on the arrow route in the flats underneath. He's going to fight through for a tough 8-yard gain. Looking at the top of your screen right there. Boom. Going to fight through it, 8 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Not much to it other than, hey, hit the arrow, let him go. Boom.
Yeah.
Put the shoulder down, son. And, it was so bad we even saw Smythe make a mistake late in the game. Now, obviously, Holding reversed the fumble call, but even Smythe made a mistake. And this guy's one of the most, he's one of the most careful players I can remember in recent history on our offense. If you actually sit back and think about it, Smythe protects the ball real well and does things very well and by the book. And even he had a fumble late in the game that was obviously nullified by a penalty. But 1st and 10 now, 2 in the pistol, 21 personnel. It just tells you what kind of game it was, right? 2 wide receivers stacked to the right. Cover 3 again for Buffalo as they're going to show that potential cover 2 shift. 2 is going to have Smythe all day on the seam route, and he's going to drop a dime as Milano's going to bite on that Ingold from the backside, and Miami picks up 22. And what's crazy is, Martin, they look to be rolling early on, eh?
They did. There were things that they were doing that were working. It seemed like this.
Well, you could tell McDermott adjusted.
This first drive.
The first 2 drives where we got 14 points, you could tell McDermott saw a little bit of a leak on the middle. And did you see what Daquan just did to Eichenberg?
Yeah. He held them in stationary and tossed him.
And just tossed him. I'm telling you, they came back and they're saying, Coach, we got to focus on that. And then he adjusted after that second drive. Watch Eichenberg, guys. Watch 92 here right now. He holds him stationary, like Martin said. Watch him just toss him to the side. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
Just gone. Just gone.
And I'm not gonna lie, Reason. Daquan Jones is way better than I assume. Like he was dominating in the interior.
Okay, hold on a sec. Him and Ed Oliver had legacy games against us for the first time in their careers. And what's the commonality? 74, my friend. That's who they feasted on. Because I'll say this. I didn't have a chance to say it in the opening. I'll say it right here. This ain't happening with Connor. And guess what? This offense doesn't stall out the way it does. I think we stick to the run game a little bit more with Connor in there. And I think we put up far more than 20 points with. I'm not going to say we win, But
We hit 30
Deshaun,
for sure.
but Deshaun Elliott and Connor Williams hurt a lot more than Teron Armstead leaving the game, because at least Kendall Lamb's playing at a competent level. Brandon Jones and Liam Eichenberg had two of their possible worst games of their career. Brandon Jones was a disaster defensively, and Liam Eichenberg, well, we're gonna go into that, right? Over 220 of you in the room. Please smash that like button. But let's keep it rolling here. Look at, watch him get tossed full speed. Look at this. What? Lock toss. Come on, man. You should have him locked up, man. If he's that engaged with you, he can't even extend his arms. Can't even lock him out, man. You're awful.
But at the very least, we're moving the football, and I think Mike McDaniel took advantage of the defense keying in on Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle early, because they were primarily decoys in the first drive.
Yeah, that's why they was hit Pitt and Smythe. I agree with you 110%. 2nd and 8 after a 2-yard Mostert run. 2 in the gun, 21 personnel with Achane in that wingback look that we've seen Hill in off Armstead's left hip there. 1-by-2 receiver set. Hill will motion out to the left. And Achane will motion out to the left. Bills are going to drop to cover 4 here. And Tua's going to pump off Achane's wheel. He's going to come back to Waddle's slant, but he's going to be covered. Then he's going to take Mosert's drag underneath, and Daquan Jones, watch him, Eichenberg just swiped his hands with ease. But the ball is high. Mosert tips it, and then Bernard tips it, and then talk about a concentration catch for Waddle here. But I want you to watch here. Watch Eichenberg again, 74 in the middle. Again, watch the swipe, right? And early on with this play, I was thinking ball luck was on our side. That might be in our favor. But watch the swipe here on Eichenberg. Swipe. Gone. And then look at, he's through. And look at, you can't even operate. Look at, you can't, because here's the thing. Here's what people are not realizing too, guys. Especially for the middle. Let's talk about this. Why the interior pressure matters so much. Not only with Tua's height and passing lanes are very meaningful with him, but also when you have a player of that, the way Tua plays, not only with the rhythm and timing, but his pocket presence, his maneuverability in the pocket, how he likes to shift up and still make the throw. When you take that middle of the pocket away, he can't move up and make that drive throw we saw a couple weeks ago to Tyreek Hill in the fourth quarter against, you know what I mean? He can't make those type of throws. Yeah, against the Chargers. He can't make those type of plays. He extends not just outside the pocket, but he likes to extend up and in the pocket. And when you're taking this interior, and another thing that happens, ladies and gentlemen, it's the same thing that's not happening for us. When you flush up the middle, you flush them out to you force them outside, and all of a sudden, guys who are getting arced out or who are got their tackle on their heels, all of a sudden you're running that quarterback into their arms. We saw Van Ginkel's sack on Josh Allen was like that when he moved up in the pocket right into Van Ginkel. Boom, gone, right? It's the same. It's the same stuff with when you got a pocket quarterback like Tua, and this is what we need to be getting. All those, Phillips almost got there, Chubb almost got there, would be turning into sacks, but you're seeing what interior pressure does, and it was just
and equally interior protection.
Yeah,
you see it both ways. And my only question is, why is Liam Eichenberg one-on-one with this guy? You have Isaiah Wynn right there, right there. That guy's right in front of you. Why would you let him go?
Yeah, why is he helping Armstead?
That's my only issue right there. Obviously, Eichenberg is struggling,
but this needs to be
we have to know.
You know what I mean? This needs to be told. They need to be told after this drive. Yo, you need to help, not Armstead. You need to be showing them the Microsoft Surface or iPad and saying, brother, what are we? Armstead, the last one that needs help here.
Exactly. That was my only thing. Like, Isaiah, why would you do that, knowing that you got Eichenberg that stays? Even in practice, he's infamous for losing one-on-ones with, Christian Wilkins and Zach Seiler, and this is what he does. So what in your mind would say, let me not help him? That's my only issue. Help out your brother, man. He's right there. You can see he's going up against a monster. Come on, man. Come on, man. Help him out, man. But We got lucky right there. That was a lucky.
Well,
That was a
I
lucky
thought
tip to catch.
when I thought the ball luck was on our side, so I thought we were, I thought we were gonna be. Oh,
Yeah.
here we go.
When you live right, good things happen. But
Yeah.
right read, wrong throw by Tua. That thing there. But he couldn't even make the right throw because of a dude was
The
right
pressure.
in his face. So,
Yeah. 1st and 10 now, 2 in the gun, 2 receivers stacked to the left, 2 to the right, 21 personnel, cover 2 press for Buffalo. They're going to fake the end around to Moser. 2 is going to bootleg back to his open side, pump off the Achane drag underneath as Hill comes over the middle on the crosser, and Tua hits him for 19 yards.
Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what we needed, man. Something real quick, real easy, what we're used to. And this is what Liam needs too. He just needs help. That's all. That's all Liam needs right there. From that snap, that double team with Robert Hunt. That's all you need. And also, I don't know if y'all saw that, but Tua got hit a little late. Tua got hit a little late on that, right?
Yeah, he did. And
the jujitsu kind of kicked in right there. He's like, oh, let me go ahead and keep my.
Yeah.
He keeps his head off the ground. He almost like Ninja Turtles his torso.
Yeah.
And he protects himself. So
yeah,
I like seeing that too.
All right, so 1st and 10, 2 in the gun, Moser to his left. 21 personnel here, 1 receiver to each side, and again, Achane as that wing back off of Armstead's left hip. He's going to motion out to the left on the snap. It's like cover 6-2-4 for the Bills here. And Tua is going to fake the handoff. Bills are going to blitz for Davis White off that left side. Tua is going to ID it. He's going to try to back shoulder Achane on the wheel because of the safety hide over the top. It's incomplete. White also got called for an offside here, blitzing off that left side, 5-yard penalty.
Right. I'm surprised Achane didn't sit.
Yeah. So now, it's after the incompletion, it's 1st and 5 because of the penalty. We got Tua in the gun here, 21 personnel again, 2 receivers stacked to the left, 1 to the right, cover 2 press for Buffalo. Achane's going to motion off that left side. It's going to be a forward toss to him, so it's going to be a pass. He gets the right edge for 7 yards to the Buffalo 3. Achane would then punch it in after this on a 3-yard run on the next play to make it 7-7.
I love the blocking scheme on this play with Jalen Waddle and Austin Jackson. Right there, boom, and then move off right there. Yeah. Better execution is probably going to be a touchdown right there, but that was still a beautiful blocking scheme.
Yep, I agree. All right, let's go, baby. So Miami gets the ball back after a James Cook 1-yard rush to cap off a 10-play, 80-yard Bills drive over the span of 5 minutes and 20 seconds, makes it 14-7 Buffalo. You're going to see Achane's going to motion into the backfield there. He's going to make a split back shotgun look for Tua, 21 personnel, 1 receiver split to each side. Cover 2 press again for the Bills here. They were running like a palms. They would like drop into quarters out of cover. They were all over the place here with the cover 2 and the cover 4 looks, right? Play action off the fake to Achane here. And Tua is going to want the dig to Waddle, which I believe is at the top, but the coverage is good. So Tua's going to come back to Hill on the deep curl, and he's going to drop a beautiful ball for the completion in midfield. I mean, this is perfect placement and understanding of the leverage in your target. As Tua's going to put this only in a spot where Hill's making a play, as Bernard, is making a favorable, it's a favorable matchup, right? For Bernard, and his hips are open to the opposite sideline. When you watch it here, when you watch Bernard here, there's no way he's making a play on that football because of the way his hips are opened up, right? So it's a good play there, man. It's a good play.
I agree. And this is one of the better reps from Tua on the day. He was calm. He was cool in the pocket.
Yeah.
And I'll say this too, man. Durham Smythe, great pickup right there across the line of scrimmage. Picked up a backside rusher. Gave Tua extra time right there, and Tua processed very quickly on that play. When you see from the guy's view, people are saying he wasn't reading the field. Like this is one of the examples of 1 to 2, 1 to 2 to 3. He looked good on this rep right here, and I just wish we had more protection for him throughout the day, but we just broke down so bad when the game kind of progressed. So, but I love Tua's eyes on this.
So
I love a processing right here.
So do I. And this is what he can do with protection, right?
Exactly. Boom. Yeah. No hesitation.
Go back, bring the reads for everyone. Back, bring it. 1, 2. Yep. Look at him pumped. Always with that pump. He's so quick to reset and trigger. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's innate for him. It's natural.
Right. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 3.
Great protection on that play. He'll find.
Let's go, baby. All right. So, yeah, it's just a great stuff. 20-yard gain. You know, Buffalo, and I got it here in my notes on that. Buffalo fans making it seem when Tua was forced off his first read, he couldn't make the play when he could clearly if he had the time right there, right?
Exactly.
You know, so I don't want to hear that. You know, this one here, another big boy throw and catch here. 2nd and 9 after a 1-yard Moser run, 2 in the gun. Moser to his right, 11 personnel, 2 by 1 receiver set. It's like a cloud 1-3 here for Buffalo. Hill's going to orbit motion to the left, and Tua's going to drop an absolute dime between the bracket coverage underneath and over top Moser on the wheel route, who makes an incredible catch and effort to high point the ball and bring it down for that 22-yard gain. Big boy throw and catch, man. Holy
very, very, very risky, but a spectacular catch by Raheem Mostert. And, you know, my issue is it's only 2nd down. So, like, if Tua just reads the field, I believe, you know, it might work better if you were to read the field a little bit more. Because if you see from the field view, I think
broadcast
who was opening like if he read the field, is that Ingle at the bottom?
Yeah, Ingle comes across on the shallow crosser.
Yeah, and the reason why you want to bring that up is because it's only 2nd down, right?
Yeah, and it's an easier throw, right? It's 2nd and 9.
Throw, get a completion, you know, be comfortable and move.
But that's just let your balls hang out throw, man.
Yeah.
He knew he was gonna make that, right? Because you look at the bottom, everything's pretty well covered underneath to the left side, except that drag, that shallow crosser that comes across. That's really it. But man, that's a big boy throw in that bracket.
It is.
I'm sorry.
It is.
I ain't gonna let you slander this throw.
It's risky, but he made the throw. And shout out to the offensive line. Look, right there. And continue to help Eichenberg. Robert Hunt, you know, he kind of lucked up into a double team right there.
Yeah.
But when Eichenberg knows he has help, he's more confident. You know what I mean? And I know you want to be confident as a mano blocker, but I'd rather him build confidence as a double team blocker first, so he can maintain a level of confidence until it's time for him to go mano a mano. That's my only thing with Eichenberg.
All right, 1st and 10, 2 under center, I formation for Miami. 21 personnel with 2 receivers to the left. Cover 3 for Buffalo on this one. 2 is going to hit Tyreek on the out route, but he can't keep his feet in past the sticks, and it's forced out of bounds, making this an incompletion. Throw as Waddle. See, it's the right throw because if you look at Waddle, he's running into a bracket.
Right.
And there's really nothing underneath. It's the right throw. It's just Tyreek couldn't keep the feet in. You know what I mean?
It's a combination of things though, because I think Tua made the right read, right throw, but there was a hesitation at the top of the drop.
Right there, you saw the
that hitch came because he saw the dude he was kind of raving about during the week.
Yeah,
Teron Johnson right there in the nickel. He kind of saw him drifting, so it was like, oh, you know what I mean? But instead of just trusting it and letting it go to the sideline, he held it, and that split second right there gave Teron Johnson enough time to go ahead and do that little shove out. And I'll tell you what, man, this Buffalo Bills team speed on defense is sick. These dudes cover ground so quickly. Yeah. It's like, you can't be a split second off like that. Everything has to be so precise.
You can't take Waddle into that that bracket. He's running into that bracket, you know, and it's the right read. It's just he's late because of what you said. He's worried because if you look at what do we always talk about with guys when Tua makes throws, right? We always talk about defenders and their hips, right? When they're especially the back pedal. If you watch his hips, he's playing both. He's not open to one side, right? He's showing you that he
got the flat and the comeback.
Exactly. And that's why he's not. That's what makes him unsure and a tick late.
The indecision, you know? The indecision kicked in right there. Yeah. But again, if he just trusted, trust what he sees as far as Teron Johnson's back turned.
Yeah,
he knows he can't necessarily do a complete 360 and just bolt exactly where the route is going to be because he just doesn't know.
Yeah,
so.
All right, you ready for it? 2nd and 10 now. After this, we'll do one more shot. We'll go from the God view for all of y'all right here. But again, you see the hitch? Yeah. You see the hitch, right? You see it even better right there. I'll stop it for all y'all where you see the hitch. One more time for all y'all. Right.
Split second off.
There, he hitched.
Yeah. Split second off. And you can't be a split second off against team speed like this.
Yeah.
You cannot be a split second off.
So
out of bounds.
Yeah. Oof.
Right read, right throw, just late.
All right. Now what sucks about this is a potential TD that you take off the board here. Now we end up scoring on this drive, but this is the Liam Eichenberg effect, and it would come to bite us in the ass later on, just in a different way. But 2nd and 10 now, 2 in the gun, Achane to his left. We got 11 personnel here. 2 receivers split wide left, 1 tight right with Smythe in the slot. You got to cover 1 press look here from Buffalo. And this is a bad snap from Liam. It's going to throw off the timing right off the snap. And it stopped what could have been a huge play. Because if you watch, I'm going to play this quickly for all of y'all. Watch Berrios. Berrios, he's going to get the ball, and you're going to see Berrios is rushing his order of operations because he knows the timing is off, and he's got to catch up with the blocking in front of him, right? And the timing gives Settle and Espinosa a time to catch up to him. Watch this. You should watch it in full time when I say that. Look, now he slips because he's rushing, and he catches it up, right? But if I pull it back here, I want to show y'all the potential of a big play, all right? Show y'all the potential of a big play right here. Look at that.
Oh, look at the alley.
At that space, that alley and that space in front of him. And look at the Dolphin bodies are outnumbering. Looks like there's going to be 3 Dolphin bodies getting into space with only the safety high.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a potential touchdown, and that's a big-time answer. But the timing of the snap threw off Tua's order of operations, in turn threw off Berrios' orders of operations, because he's rushing. Because look he sees how far ahead the blockers are. Crap, I gotta catch up, and this gives the whole timing. It's a chain effect. It gives these 2 Buffalo defenders to his right, Epinesa and Settle, time to catch up because he slipped, because he rushed his order of operations, and Liam Eichenberg can just stand there and try to look fancy with his elbow pads on, and then he does a little.
This is the one rep where Liam Eichenberg.
Watch. Look at the audacity of him. Watch what Eichenberg does here. Watch. Look. Ready? Watch. Here, check it. My bad. The snap right there. Look. Are you kidding me? We all knew it was.
This is the rep. This is the rep where it's inexcusable for Liam Eichenberg because he did 2 things as an error. One was a snap, and you know what play is coming, so you know the snap needs to be perfect. He brave farted on that.
And then look at that. And then he turns his whole body to the whole freaking line.
This next
is he
series,
a pass rusher doing a spin move? What is he doing there? I don't know what's happening here.
He just completely brain farted on this play because first he was a bad snap. But shout out to Tua with the excellent composure though. Because Tua has to be composed to, get the snap, operation, get the ball out. But Eichenberg,
you would think he's rushing with the Bills defenders when I freeze it like this. Was he playing the passing lane right now? What's he doing, bro?
It was a bad rep by Eichenberg on this one. But the most frustrating part about this is, okay, you just did a bad snap, but get on your horse to get the pillback block that could potentially spring Braxton Berrios. He didn't even get on his horse, which was frustrating to me because you just screwed up the snap first. You know what I mean? And you can see it. You can see it right there, man. I don't know, man. This was a frustrating rep to see from Eichenberg, considering this is just a play that you have to execute on. You know, so look at the peel back block that was needed right there would have sprung Braxton Berrios up that alley if Eichenberg just got on his horse. He just jogged to the point of attack. And that just lets you know, man, he wasn't ready for this game. He wasn't ready.
We're into year 3, man. It's one thing you botched the snap, but look, you're still the disaster after the snap.
Yeah.
This guy's so bad. We're only 10 plays in. We haven't even gotten to him, the meme we were talking about yet. And we were already 2 plays where I've said, get off my field in pass.
Man. It's tough, bro.
I ain't trying to hear nothing with defending this guy, bro. I'm sorry.
It's
3rd
tough.
and 8 now, thanks to the stellar blocking effort from Liam Eichenberg. And Tua is in the gun. Achane to his left. 11 personnel. 1 wide receiver to the left. Trips to the right. 2-4 cover 6 for Buffalo. Tua is going to hit Berrios on the slant for a nice 15-yard pickup. Good design here. As you can see, watch here. If you watch at the top of the screen here, Smythe's in the middle there. And Smythe's route is almost going to be a pick route. And it's going to free Hill on the wheel. And it's also going to hit free Berrios on the slant. So it's going to draw the defenders up. And it's going to open up routes. It's good design here. Look at how it opens up. You got that wheel or you got that slant. That pick open. Look at how it opens everything up. That's a good design. That's a good design play call.
Yeah, it is. But Tua still made perfect read, perfect throw. Down the distance, 3rd down.
Braxton.
Had to get it.
Honey Nut Berrios, baby.
That was a perfect read, perfect throw. And reason with this play right here, I think we need to remember this scenario because it came up later on during the game where instead of reading the defense because of the compilation of pressures that Tua took, he kind of locked on one side of the field because he was trying to get the ball. It was on a 4th down play that was that turned into a sack. But same scenario as far as just reading that field, reading that coverage. He didn't get to that play, but we'll get to it.
Well, yeah, because you even see at one point we're running screens and McDaniel's abusing screens because he's just trying to manufacture the ball out of his hand as quickly as possible because he didn't trust the coverage, right?
Exactly.
This is the ripple effect of bad blocking, right? So play 12 here. After Achane finished that last drive off with a 10-yard touchdown, Buffalo answers with a Diggs touchdown. So it's 21-14 right here now. 1st and 15 after a 2-yard Mozart run is nullified by an illegal formation penalty. 2 in the gun. Trips bunch to the left. 2 wide receivers stacked to the right. We got cover 4 here for Buffalo. Hill is going to motion to the right. It's a screen to Mostert, but Epinesa is going to perfectly time the snap and is going to bat the ball down for an incompletion at the line.
Yeah, defense won that. There's no way to explain this one, but
you just got to move on to the next one with this one, right? So is what it is. All right, now 2nd and 15. 2 in the gun. Moser to his left. We've got a 1-by-2 set, 11 personnel for Miami. Quarters for the Bills. Tua is going to hit Berrios on the speed out, and it's immediately shut down by the crashing boundary corner. Good coverage everywhere, too, when you, pause it.
Right.
Pretty good coverage everywhere. Just a 3-yard gain, nothing real special. I'm surprised. I love that Bears held on to the football. That's all I got to say.
Right. It was a perfect coverage for the play concept that we ran right there.
It was.
And if we're gonna do anything, Reason, I know you don't want to do it, but let's give Liam some love on this play, man. He got himself a crepe. He got himself a crepe on this play. Not a pancake, a crepe, which is a little pancake.
What do you mean a crepe? He almost this guy. No. I'm not giving him nothing. You know why? He almost took out Robert Hunt. Look, he took out Robert Hunt.
Lord.
Right onto his leg. Right onto his leg.
And you know what?
This guy trying to take out in the game, bro.
and you know what? I'm ashamed of Robert Hunt for not understanding that this was a sign.
Oh yeah,
this was a sign for Robert Hunt.
I am not having eyes in the back of his head that this guy's
no. This should have been a sign for Robert Hunt. Don't you ever leave Liam on a single block. That should have been a sign for him.
Well, Austin is on his heels a little bit here, so he ain't wrong.
But Austin can hold his own, man, compared to Liam, man. Liam, if it's one or the other, Liam will always need more help than Austin Jackson.
This guy
especially at this point in time.
This guy trying to get flowers, and look at then Jackson goes down too because of it. Look at this. Let's give Eichenberg his flowers. Yeah, he almost injured the whole offensive line in one play. He almost took out the whole right side in one play. I'm real proud of this guy.
Oh man.
Oh my
God. Liam just can't win in this game. Even when he gets the pancake, he still almost injures his own player.
This guy's too much.
It was a rough game. It was a rough game, bro.
Was it? Because this guy almost killed the whole freaking right side.
Oh Lord.
He is brutal. Yeah. Holy. Hey?
It's rough. Nah, it's rough all the way, man. It's rough. It's rough to watch.
Oh, it isn't ever. Get this guy off my football field, please.
He's gonna be the starting center against the Giants. So I mean,
yeah, because I don't think Connor Williams is going this week.
I don't think so either, man. A groin injury, non-contact, 2 to 3 weeks, I would say. I know.
My God. All right, so let's keep it rolling here. Because I'm gonna have a 3 takes episode, and I'm gonna talk about what I've heard about Connor Williams and such on 3 takes this week, guys. Because I don't think he'll be going from what I'm hearing. But I'll get into that on 3 takes this Thursday on Patreon. All right, so 3rd and 17 after a Julian Hill false start. Tua is in the gun. Mostert to his right. 3-by-1 receiver set, trips left. 10 personnel for Miami. Cover 6-4-2 for the Bills here. Tua is going to take Mostert out of the backfield as the off coverage on the left takes away the deep routes, yet clears out a bunch of space for Mostert. Has to do a better job protecting the football here, man. I'm
sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say flat out careless and almost cost us a turnover. Look at how he's running with it. It's just exposed, right? He's not even, he's not even closely cradling it when you watch him, right?
Yeah, and this was a 3rd and long play. The design looks like a slip screen.
Yeah.
To the left side, and honestly, man, this just wasn't Radio Raheem's thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just did not. He was just not in it today. Man.
It wasn't Raheem the dream. It was Raheem the nightmare, is what it was.
Yeah, it just wasn't working out today, and we kind of left up with Barrios just falling on that right there.
It was all just good a week ago. Hey, he knows
it was all a dream.
Woodson knows.
Man.
All right, so instead, we had to punt obviously on that. After that, recovery. So now it's 2nd and 7 after the Bills have a 3 and out while Achane starts the drive off with a 3-yard run. 2 in the gun. Mostert to his left, 2-by-1 receiver set. 21 personnel for Miami. Cover 2 press for Buffalo on this play. It's just going to be a bubble screen to Achane, who gains 5 yards, but high level effort and elusiveness here. My God.
Achane is going to be special, man. He's going to be special. His short area quickness and agility.
Burst.
His contact balance, his burst, his vision. He just needs more reps, man. Period. There's no other way to explain it.
Yeah.
Give him more reps. Speed him.
I agree. All right. So here we go. Third and 2, 2 in the gun. Moser to his left, 11 personnel, 2 receivers stacked to the right, and Smith to the left with Hill as a wing back off Armstead's hip. Cover 1 for Buffalo. Waddle is going to be wide open, but Tua's progression starts to the left, and he's going to target Mostert over the middle on the short dig. But the ball's behind him as the pressure is going to come bearing down, and he has no chance to even get to the Waddle read here. And you saw Waddle. Do you see Waddle clap his hands?
He was very upset. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have a chance though, right? He doesn't have a chance. Look at, he doesn't have a chance to get there, right? Waddle claps his hands, and so it's an incompletion. Let's watch Eichenberg, who this guy wanted us to give flowers to a couple plays ago. Watch this. He's going to be taking I'm going to read y'all my exact notes. Watch my exact notes. Eichenberg is completely taken to the woodshed and put on skates embarrassingly by Daquan Jones as Tua takes a hit and Armstead gets rolled up on thanks to Eichenberg. Dolphins punt. This is where Armstead gets hurt. So now we actually get someone hurt because of his poor play. Look at, oh my God, did that just happen? This man almost did the splits. This man almost did.
It happened.
Look at this. Just taken to the woodshed. Oh my God. And not the good woodshed where it's Old Yeller. He goes behind the woodshed and we never have to deal with him again. We got to keep dealing with him. Okay? I'm sorry, man. I mean, you know.
I know. Inexcusable, terrible rep. Got your own player hurt. But still, man.
Then watch Armstead, everyone. Armstead's now being pushed back. Tua takes a hit. Armstead now gets rolled up because of it, and that's why Armstead is down, because of Liam Eichenberg, the only one who's unrightfully left standing out of the three of them.
I agree. It's a bad play. But look at the guards too. Look at the guards too, Reason.
Yeah,
check out the guards too.
Didn't have a good run.
Where is he going? What is he looking at? Robert Hunt. Why are you helping out Austin Jackson when your buddy, Liam Eichenberg, is moonwalking at this point into the quarterback's lap? I mean,
he's being sent through the ground into China right now. That man
it's not good.
With a handful of dumplings and one of those little Chinese hats on, because he just got sent to the other side of the planet, right through the ground, bro. This guy is brutal.
Oh man, that's funny. Look, man. I'm just saying.
Someone said it on the post game, brother. Poor man's Jesse Davis, and I ain't gonna argue that.
I mean, yeah, but Reason, because he's your starting center at this moment in time. That's why I'm saying why aren't our guards?
I was going to say, Martin, only half of his body is up right now, but okay, I get where you're going with this.
but why aren't our guards realizing that this guy needs help?
That's on the coaches. Help. But that's on the coaches. That's on Butch Berry and the coaches to say, yo, you need to slide protection and help this guy, or
double
you
team.
Guys need to be. Yeah. The thing is, now it becomes on Tua a little bit more to be more more at the line, right?
That too, right.
Look at the hit Tua takes, too.
Yeah.
Oh, get this guy off my field. Look at this.
I'm glad Tua's getting back up, too, man. I love seeing that.
Look at this jackass. Eichenberg doesn't even help anyone up. What a clown. Jabroni of the week. I know I usually do it on Mondays, but I had Omar Kelly on Monday. But Jabroni of the week, brother. I mean, what else do you say to that? I mean, let's keep this one a buck, no?
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, let's keep it rolling. All right, 3x1 receiver set right here. Man, I just can't believe how bad that guy is. 28-14 because the Dolphins had the punt, so it's 28-14 after Buffalo tacks on another Diggs touchdown. 1st and 10, 2 in the gun. Moser to the right, trips split out left, 1 receiver to the right, 11 personnel. Cover 6, 4-2 for Buffalo. Mosert's going to motion out to the left. The coverage is good downfield, so Tua is going to take Mosert out wide left in the flats, and he turns up the left sideline for a 9-yard gain. And again, Eichenberg, when we watch the God view, just absolutely manhandled on the inside right here again. Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Just throw.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. He's got no anchor. He's got no strength. This guy's just, he doesn't have the body for the interior either. He's just getting dominated, man. Just dominated.
Yeah. I mean, it's difficult. It is. It's difficult. But what kind of stood out to me on that play is the Buffalo Bills team speed on defense again. Did you see how Teron Johnson reacted?
Yeah.
To when Tua gave Raheem the ball, and then what's the guy's name? Terrell Bernard, is that his name?
Yeah, Christian Bernard.
Yeah, like he was literally mad dashing to the sideline and gave Raheem Mostert a good pop out of bounds. Like their team defense is
they gave Knight donates $2. He said 4 out of 100. That should explain enough. What he's talking about is Eichenberg got a 4.2 pass blocking grade.
Get out of here!
I swear on PFF.
Okay.
Like Armstead had a 77.6, Ingold had a 75.4, Raheem had a 73, Kendall Lamb had a 69.2, Austin Jackson had a 67.9, Julian Hill had a 66.3, Isaiah Wynn had a 57.5, Robert Hunt had a 54.6, so they saw it. Durham Smythe had a 37.2, and Eichenberg had a 4.2.
That is not even that's indefensible, man. That's bring up that rookie. Ulele.
Alma Ulave. When I had Omar on yesterday, he said Ulave looks even worse than Eichenberg.
Okay, yeah, man. We'll see. We'll see how this works out, man.
Stuck in the middle with you. That's where we're at right now, man.
Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right, so 2nd and 1 right now. 2 in the gun, empty backfield. 2 receivers stacked to the left. Trips split out wide right. Buffalo's in cover 4 here. Tua's going to start his progressions to the right side, but Mostert is going to be covered on his slant. Smythe is going to be bracketed in the seam, and the pressure is going to pull him back to, to his open side, and he's going to try the off-platform throw on the move to Cedric, who stops on his quick out, making me think it was a choice route, and it's jumped by Tre'Davious White for what could have been a pick 6, but he dropped it. Next play, though, Mostert would fumble and lose it this time, leading to a Bills field goal, and it'd be 31-14.
Right, but this is the aftermath, and this is the residual of continued pressure up the middle. Tua usually has the ball gone by the time he hits that drop step right there. The ball is normally gone, but he's feeling the ghost pressure.
It's there. Well, no, it's there. Watch. It's there. Watch when he gets to his drop. There. It's
right
already
there,
coming.
yeah.
He knows it's already coming.
Yeah. He knows it's coming. But the craziest thing is the ball is normally already gone when Tua's in rhythm and is comfortable in the pocket.
Yeah, but they had good coverage. So it wasn't about them forcing Tua to his 2nd and 3rd. I'm not just talking about that play. I'm talking about in general. When you force Tua to his 2nd or 3rd read, that takes time, and a lot of the time it wasn't there for him.
I agree. But as far as that play is concerned, I thought Tyreek Hill was open on that first, drop step by Tua. I thought he could have hit Tyreek right in the middle, like right there. Like that's when the ball is normally gone and it's hitting Tyreek in the chest, like right there.
Yeah.
But because there's there's a feeling of damn man, that like the pressure is just coming.
As soon as he saw it coming from the right, he flushed to the left.
Yeah, and that's what threw off the timing.
He's already starting to flush. You can see look at his body right now. He just got to his to the top of his drop step. You can already tell he's on the flush, right?
Yeah, it threw off the timing and
because now he's not only anticipating routes, he's anticipating pressure now.
Rush, yeah. And that's frustrating as a pocket, timing rhythm type of quarterback when you can't get in your rhythm like that. So I can imagine how Tua was the entire game.
All right. So you got it here. Dolphins get the ball back 1st and 10 after it was made 31-14. 2 in the gun, Achane to his right, 1x2 receiver set, 11 personnel, cover 6. Barrows is going to motion from the right. 2 is going to fake the handoff. Poor effort from Eichenberg to hold his block on Russo with neither Lamb or Wynn staving off Epinesa. 2 is going to take a big hit, and I'm surprised Leonard Floyd got away with landing on his body weight onto his back, like how he does there. Sack for a 4-yard loss, and you really see the Leonard Floyd body weight really here, I think. I'm surprised he got away with it because I know they try to penalize you for putting your body weight on quarterbacks, right? And if you look at right there, I'm surprised he didn't get a call for that. But anyways, you look at, again, Eichenberg can't hold off Russo, and neither Lamb or Wynn are going to stave off Epinesa, and you really see it here. And this is just a poor effort from the center and the left side.
Yeah, it was just all around atrocious blocking.
Like
on that left side. Yeah. Everybody gave up. Everybody gave up on the block.
Yeah.
And it affected Tua. Because put it like this, and you said it earlier, Tua would have hit Waddle on that play, like right there.
Yeah.
He would have split that double coverage right there, and it would have been a big play.
He was looking at it more time. He was looking at it too. He saw it. Look, he knows it right there.
Yeah, he steps up into the pocket with protection. He fires that football to the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
And we're talking about potentially getting points on the play.
Yeah, because look at Tyreek took everyone with him.
Exactly.
Both safeties with them, right?
Both safeties bailed. Exactly.
Yeah.
So protection is key for this offense. Protection and Tua's processing and precision is literally married to each other. And when you're missing protection, this is the result. The offense completely collapses. And it's just terrible effort too by the. Honestly, this was the worst game by the offensive line when it came to their effort.
Yeah, it was bad.
Their effort just was non-existent, man. And I was like, wow. So.
All right, 2nd and 14 after the sack. 2 in the gun, 2x3 receiver set, empty backfield. Quarters coverage for the Bills. 2 is going to hit Bears on the in route for the short 7-yard gain. See, I get it. He's not trusting the protection here. I get it. But, man, would love for him to shoot to the right on this because that drag to Achane had a ton of space. And with that speed ready to go, man, but he's not trusting the protection, so he's not waiting things out, right? And
I know.
Achane would get 3 yards on a 3rd and 7 after this as Miami would punt again. But, man, you look at Achane in that space, Martin.
Yeah.
There's some look at that. Everything got cleared out. Oh, yeah. But he can't get to it. He's not trusting the protection, even though you're able to step up in that pocket. He got a pocket he could step up in, but nah, he's just going to take it.
In Tua's mind, the die has already been set, and he just does not trust the offensive line at this point in time.
Knight says, anyone got Dieter's number? It can't be this bad, right?
Bring Dieter back.
Knight. You ain't not lying, Knight.
Oh, wow.
Tell him. Please, guys, over 250 of you in the room, smash that like button. Please. Smash. I appreciate all of y'all for coming through. All right, let's keep it rolling then. All right, so it's 31-14. Start of the second half now, and Miami's going to start with the ball. We've got Tua in the gun, Achane to his left, one wide receiver out wide left. And Hill, he's off Lamb's hip, but Hill motion, 12 personnel for Miami, cover 2 for Buffalo. Tua's going to try to target Waddle here on the corner route, but it's going to be batted down at the line by Russo. Again, Eichenberg, 0 anchor and power, so with both edges winning here, Lamb is driven back and Jackson being beat wide. Tua just can't step up in the pocket here. That's that again. We see it again. The Eichenberg effect. See, we're already at like 6 or 7 plays now, aren't we? Where he's affecting it. But again, watch, look. You can't even step up if you wanted to. You got to get it out. Worlds are collapsing.
Yeah.
So, anyways, now. All right. 2nd and 10, 2 in the gun. Achane to his right. Trips split left. 1 wide receiver right. 11 personnel. Buffalo's going to drop to cover 3 at the snap here. 2 is going to read the linebackers dropping back into their holes with the routes on the left side. So he's going to take Achane out of the backfield on the swing route for 7-yard pickup. Smart, take what they give you and watch. Look at, you had to. Did you see the stunt?
Yeah.
Eichenberg didn't pick it up. We're going right back to Eichenberg on this one, ladies and gentlemen. Surprise, surprise. Watch him in the middle, not pick it up. Oh, right by him. And that's also Win too. You got to get Win.
Yeah.
But he had the chance to ID him first and get a hand on him because Win played this right. He stepped to 91 and saw Lamb was going to have him, so he came back in to help Eichenberg. But Eichenberg didn't beat himself and was beat with that swim move, and Win can't do anything.
Exactly.
You couldn't even chip him.
Yeah.
And so Win could help you. Win would have been there if you would have chipped him.
at the very least, if Liam Eichenberg engages with Daquan Jones, that's when Isaiah Wynn could come across and help him. But he didn't even get his hands engaged. It was beat off the ball. So
I got here destroyed on the stunt.
Yeah. That was a textbook swim move by Daquan Jones. So there was nothing, not even that. There was nothing that Eichenberg. He just did not get his hands on the guy. And Isaiah Wynn, pretty much, like you said, he did his job. But as soon as he knew he had to, shift his attention to the center in the interior, it was already too late. Yeah. So. And I'll give a shout out to Daquan Jones. Man, this dude looking like.
Yeah, because he's in there. He don't look like this one.
Like Aaron Jones or Aaron Donald, bro.
I mean, you might be able to look like Michael Brockers in that Rams defense against this guy. Bro,
yeah,
I mean, he don't look like funny. This when Connor's out there. I don't think this is a
not at all. Yeah, but and reason is it okay if we have a discussion about letting Connor Williams snaps kind of slide?
Oh yeah. At this point, sign him too.
Extend him while he's injured. Just extend him for
bro.
This guy for as much
by being injured. Nothing more than him holding out. All right, 3rd and 3, 2 in the gun, Waddle in the backfield to his left. They got Waddle in the backfield to his left on this play. 1 wide receiver out to the left, trip split wide right, 20 personnel for Buffalo here. Sorry, for Miami. Cover 2 for Buffalo. Hunt is going to lose the hand fight to Daquan Jones. He's going to get the inside A gap with ease. Tua is going to sidestep it, maneuver up the pocket, and scramble for a first down as he's going to pick up the 3 needed. So we're talking about effort, and we got to keep it objective and across the board. Poor effort by Hunt here. He just gets dominated on the hand fight. And look at right here. Daquan again just swims past him. And, I mean, this is too easy with the swim move. I mean, what's happening here? Even Hunt's off. You know what I mean? So, Tua got what we needed. But, again, pressure up the interior.
Yeah. And the more I look at the offensive line, the more I keep seeing Austin Jackson was head and shoulders our best offensive lineman in this game, bro. He was the only guy that showed effort. Every single play.
And Lamb.
And I'll give Lamb his credit too as far as stepping in, but I'm just saying from the starters.
Yeah.
I mean, the only guy that showed some nuts.
Yeah.
And that's not a good sign because again, if we're talking about Super Bowl contention, it's gonna literally go through our offensive line because it's like I said, it's a symbiotic relationship and marriage between how they play collectively and how Tua plays off of them. it literally domino affects the entire flow of the football game. And if you only have one guy in Austin Jackson that's actually out here, putting
Yeah.
his best foot forward, the result is a 28-point loss. You know what I mean? Like that's really what happened. So it's tough to watch, man.
All right, back to Liam. Oh, we're not done with him. Yep, no. 1st and 10 after a 15-yard Achane run gets Miami to midfield. 2 in a split back shotgun look. Tyreek off of Jackson's hip as that wing back. To the right now, Robbie Chosen to the right out split. 21 personnel. Buffalo shows cover 6-2-4 as Hill's going to motion on to the right. Watch this. Tua's going to take the handoff. Tre'Davious White is going to blitz off that left side again. No one picks it up. It's not ID'd. It's not picked up. It's not adjusted for. It's not shifted for. Tua's going to try to hit Achane on a swing route, but he's going to take the hit as he's throwing it and falls incomplete. If you watch here, we'll watch on the God View after. But Hunt was supposed to pull to that side, and Eichenberg gets pushed back immediately, almost trips Hunt, who was late getting to that backside and picking up.
Correct.
And again, you see, what are we at now? We're almost at, this guy's going for the Baker dozen of how many plays he's going to kill. We're already at like 7. I'm just like sitting here rifling them off. And so we're only at like 6 or 7, right? So anyways, if you watch it here, watch guys, Hunt's going to have to try and pull. Watch Eichenberg just get pressed back into him. And yep, see, just that little chip. Threw Hunt off, who was already slow on his get off to begin with, and then that puts him behind even further.
Shout out to the Austin Jackson block. He stifled his rusher. But on this play right here, like you said, if Robert Hunt makes that block right there, I think Tua steps in the pocket and hits Tyreek Hill on that deep dig that he's been completely money on the entire season. It was literally, it was a domino effect of poor blocking, poor results. Poor blocking, poor results. And it's like, damn, this is the worst time to play this poorly. You know what I mean? So it's again, rough film to watch, man.
Well, especially when we're down, 31-14 at this point, I think?
Yeah, it's still 31-14.
All right, 2nd and 6 after a Tyreek end around picks up 14, followed by a 4-yard Achane run. 2 in the split back shotgun look, 21 personnel, 2 receivers split to the left, cover 6-4-2 for Buffalo. Tua actually has a decent pocket and some time, and would you look at that? He's going to drop a dime to Waddle on the flag route, which is like a post corner, for 17-yard gain along that left sideline. Would you look at that? What he can do with a little time and a little bit of a clean pocket, but it's like that flag route. It's like a watch. You look at, he'll stab like he's going to the post, and then he'll come back out.
Right read, right throw.
Yeah.
Coverage dictated it. Tua was this was another good rep by Tua. He was calm, fluid in the pocket, didn't panic with his footwork, and got the ball to his playmaker, man. So again, everything ties to each other.
Yeah. Agreed. All right. 2nd and 10 after a Mostert run goes nowhere. 2 in the gun, Mostert to his left, 11 personnel, 2 receivers stacked to the left and 1 to the right side. Got cover 2 press for Buffalo here. Barris is going to motion. 2 is going to fake the handoff. The coverage is going to be good upfield. He's going to feel the edges closing in, so he's going to step up and scramble for a 4-yard gain. And my notes here is Eichenberg is useless. So let's watch from the God view of why Eichenberg is useless right here.
Wow.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy, bro. Is this for real right now? What is he doing? Is he playing patty cake? What is he doing here? Oh, off your back. Off. Like, look at this. This guy's a jabroni. Holy, look at this guy.
I'm so glad Tua had instinct to just pull the ball down and just you literally have 4 players blocking one dude on that play, man. That is terrifying. That is shocking. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, man. And I'll tell you what. Shout out to Tua for taking most of the blame on in the post game. Saying this, you know what, guys, I'm gonna put this on me.
When this guy invites it, like, listen, when that offensive line gets healthy and everyone's back, and he invites the offensive line out to dinner, you better leave Liam at home. He better not
or
be in a
or
booty
or
cut.
or Liam has to pick up the tab, man, because Lord knows this was just a poor performance, man. It was just it's one of those games where you can look at a player and say, yeah, man, he needs so much work. He needs so much work, and obviously, center is not his natural position. Pretty much no position on the offensive line is his natural position in the NFL. But at the very least, he is our starting center. And like you said, Butch Berry, he has to get it together. He has to talk to his other guys and say, guys, we got one on our hands that needs help. So let's pick up the slack. So
All right, 3rd and 6 now after the Tua run, 2 in the gun, empty backfield, 2 wide receivers split to the left, trips bunch to the right, cover 2 for the Bills. Waddle's going to motion. Dane Jackson, if you watch him here at the bottom, he's going to be in real conflict because the whole way with Waddle's speed out underneath and Tyreek's hitch route, which also is going to keep Hyde and Taron Johnson flat-footed. It's going to allow Berrios to basically leak out with his corner route that Tua is going to drop in the basket for 6. You watch the conflict they put him in here. Look at that. He doesn't know where to go, right? Look at 30 right here, Dane Jackson. What do I do here? You know, I got a speed route underneath. I got a speed out with Waddle. I got that hitch with Tyreek. And then look at even Micah Hyde, right? Even Micah Hyde and Taron Johnson here, who are the
they're all puzzled.
Yep, they're flat-footed, right? Look at they're all flat-footed, crashed into the bottom, and
respectfully, they did exactly what they were supposed to do. If there's a guy that you're supposed to cover, it's Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
But great design, and even on the opposite side of the play, the same situation with Durham Smythe, that little rub route situation he had going on there. Same situation when it came to like him creating room for other guys around him to get open, like just underneath, boom. That's just the way the play was designed. Yeah. You know, right there, Raheem Mostert was like wide open for that slant as well. But Tua, right read, perfect throw. I'm glad he had protection on this play to get the ball out. Boom.
Yeah, that's the result. To Moser too, if you want.
Yep.
So 31-20 Bills. Guys over 250 of you in the room, smash that like button.
31-21.
No, 31-20.
I know. Should have been 31-20.
Because now the Dolphins decide to go for 2. 2 is in the pistol, 2 receivers stacked to the left and 1 to the right. 11 personnel. 2 is going to throw that fade to Tyreek that worked a few weeks back for TD and is broken up. Dane Jackson doesn't even turn his head. Just had good position and played Tyreek's chest. But when I look from the other side, you'd like to see Tyreek make this play here because if he high points out with his hands instead of his body, you can make that catch. And I'll show you why. Tua, that's a dime.
That's true. That's true.
Dime.
That's true. It's either you're doing a high point catch or you're getting a pass interference call.
Yeah.
So, but regardless reason, why are we going for 2 here? Right?
No,
why are we chasing points?
Look at that. That's why Mike McGinn? Right in the money. That's right.
I agree. But why?
I agree. Take the point.
But honestly, when we went for 2 on that play, it was a telltale sign that McDaniel was kind of like in his head, like, oh,
yeah, I know.
You know, and I was like, nah, man, that's not what you want to show the Buffalo Bills right now.
Well, it worked because now we're down by even points as it's 34-20 after a Bills field goal. So 2 in the gun, trips right, Achane to his left in the backfield, 11 personnel for Miami. It's like a cloud 1-3 look here for Buffalo. And you're going to have a bad snap from Eichenberg at Tua's shoelaces. That's going to throw the timing off of the play immediately. And it's also a play action with a free rusher off that left edge. And Tua's just going to try and throw it in the vicinity of a wide receiver to not get an intentional grounding. And if you look at this, look at Waddle. Could have had Waddle on the dig if the snap wasn't bad because it would have been in a better position to maybe potentially avoid the rusher. Either way, with these free rushers, you're noticing the lack of ID and communication with blitz pickups across the line. Now that Connor's gone, and we all know Liam isn't well-versed for that kind of stuff. But you had Again, Waddle. Look at bad snap. And Waddle just look at Waddle coming across. And Tua's running for his life.
Yeah.
And look at that looked ugly how he went down, eh? Watch how he goes down.
Fell, yeah. I know. I thought he might have had a shoulder issue, like the way he fell down like that. But you know, Tua's tough, man. He bulked up. He's more nimble. You know, he's being more aware of the ground, and he's popping back up. So that's what I love to see. You know, so
cost a big play to Waddle though, man.
Yeah, that's terrible. And this it's a recurring issue with Eichenberg when it comes to like crucial snap timing plays. It's like he's in his own head as well. Like, oh, I gotta have a perfect snap this play. Just snap the football, man. Get the ball to the quarterback and play football, man. He's making it more challenging than it should be.
All right. So next play, Tua is in the gun. It's an empty backfield. 11 personnel, trips split left and one receiver to the right. Cover 4 for the Bills. Smythe's going to motion out to the right. Looks like Tua expects Chosen to go vertical. When it looks like, watch, he starts to round it right there. See? He's starting to round it. If you look at him right there, he's starting to round in. And it looks like he's starting to round into deep crosser, and the ball sails over his head for the interception. Pretty sure that was a miscommunication, and Chosen ran the wrong route. But also, like Martin said, you know, you watch this, and he's rushing his order of operations, man, right? He's locked in and rushing it. But that felt like the Chosen was starting to round it out.
And I see what you meant as far as the miscommunication.
Right there.
Probably.
See?
Yeah.
How he's rounding in? Yeah.
Yeah. I see. It could have been a potential miscommunication, but also, like you just said, to rush the order of operation. And I think it's all predicated to the negative plays stacking on top of each other. Yeah. And him saying, I got to make a play instead of just letting the play make itself. That's where we get into trouble right here. And, you know, it's unfortunate that, you know, we're trying to chase the leads instead of gradually, you know, just methodically making our way into position to take the lead. So it's tough to see the offense unravel like this, negative play after negative play, and I try not to put it on Eichenberg just because this is his first start, but like you said, this is his third year in the league.
Yeah, but
you
like,
have to have some type
snapping.
Of
if the snapping was the issue, I would get that. But let's talk about what we're seeing after the snap. It's whether he's at guard or tackle or wherever.
That's fair. Yeah, that's 100% true.
You know,
and it's frustrating because it's affecting other little things.
Yeah, it's affecting how we operate
the entire
offense.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, agreed. 41-20 now after yet another Stephon Diggs touchdown. 2 under center, Mozart as a single back, 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 11 personnel for Miami, cover 2 press for the Bills here. Barrows is going to motion to the right, 2 is going to fake the toss, Smythe's going to pick up the rusher, and 2 is going to hit Tyreek on the in route for 19 yards. There you go. We see Smythe helping out again, and little time, a little bit of a clean pocket, and that's where Tyreek took that helmet off the knee.
Yeah, I know.
A little bit of a clean pocket, and what happens? Another chunk play. You think that's a coincidence? No,
I think not. But even Tyreek Hill on this play trying to make a play.
Yeah,
that includes that is the residual of the domino effect of, damn, we have to make plays now. We have to make plays now, and now you're making too much effort.
Yeah,
and you run into situations like that. So it's tough.
So 3rd and 6 after a 6-yard Mozart run was followed by another Mozart run that lost 2. 2 is in the gun. Achane to his left. 11 personnel. Trips stacked to the right. Hill will motion out of that though. Smythe to the left. Cover 4 for the Bills. 2 is going to take the out route underneath to Barrios. Thinking he's got the sticks here. Now, I think he could have taken Waddle here for the corner for the bigger gain. But I don't think he liked how Dane Jackson 30, how his hips were opened up.
True.
I don't think he liked that. There was a guy over top. There was a guy inside of Waddle, and then you had Dane Jackson's hips opened up, and he realized, okay, if his hips are open up towards that Waddle route, he can't flip them and make the play on Barrios if I hit that. So he hits it, and because you look at how the cushion by the end of the play, he was eyeing that corner, right? Like people are going to say, oh, he should hit the corner, but look at Dane, he's eyeing it still. Look, right? Like, yeah.
Nah, that was, and again, Jackson is the read on that play.
And Barrios
was reading the body language.
Can't tell me
that was a first down. Yeah, they tried us. They tried us. That was first down. But Tua read the body position, the body language by the cornerback, made the perfect read, perfect throw. But the referees, man, I'm surprised they didn't give that to us, considering, what could have happened if we would have gotten that first down. As far as making it a game, I was surprised that they didn't let that slide. But all right, so be it.
Yeah. All right, 4th and 1 now, and instead of running Achane, who was averaging about 6.3 yards per carry at this point, McDaniel is going to drop Tua back. So Tua is going to be in the gun. Achane to his right, 2 receivers stacked to the left, 1 split out wide right, 11 personnel, cover 2 press for the Bills. Tua is going to fake the handoff here. His first read is going to be Tyreek, who's going to be bracketed. He's going to come back to the middle, and he's going to see Waddle's post, but now Smythe is on his skates with Russo off the left side, and Eichenberg patty cakes Ed Oliver, who's the looper, and Daquan Jones gets free too, and Tua is brought down for the sack, and you really see it here. So again, watch. Again, Tua's going through his progressions, and Smythe is going to be on skates with Russo off the left side, so off your right here. And Eichenberg's going to patty cake Ed Oliver, who's going to loop right up that middle. And Daquan Jones is going to get free too. And here's your 8-yard loss on a sack and a turnover on downs. Ugh.
Yeah, it was muddy. That was muddy. But again, third and 1, 4th and 1, run the football. Just run the football. Yeah. And if Tua on that play, because again, I told you, on the play previous, like early on in the film session, Tua did the right read, right throw to Braxton Berrios on a 3rd and long. And on this play, he was kind of locked in on getting the ball to Tyreek Hill no matter what. But if you look at the field view, the concept, as far as the cover 2 concept and the route concept, the middle of the field is where you want to go, because you have a guy underneath and a guy over top of Tyreek Hill. Yeah. So before the ball is even snapped, you kind of have to know that side is going to be dead, per that route concept.
Yeah.
So you work your way to the left, and again, I think you throw the ball to Waddle on this play with the defender's back turned to Waddle. You already know where to put the football, per where he's going to be. So it was just, again, snowball effect, domino effect of bad plays stacking on top of each other that just eroded into bad decisions. And it was just a bad outing.
All right. 48-20 now after Josh Allen gets a rushing touchdown. 1st and 10, 2 in the pistol. Trips to the right, 1 wide receiver to the left, 11 personnel, cover 6, 2-4 for Buffalo. It's going to be a toss to Achane, who gets off the right edge, shows his elusiveness and ability to fit through small gaps, even in space upfield, for a massive 55-yard gain. Martin,
this dude,
running back 1. Running back 1. I'm sorry.
I would, just like you, I would give it to him this week. I would give him all running back 1 reps this week. But what I believe is Mike McDaniel is going to give Raheem Mostert another opportunity to be running back 1, and this game against the Giants is going to tell a lot about what's going to happen moving forward, running back 1. But Achane has clearly showed that he needs the ball.
Look at the vision just to hit that gap between Eichenberg behind.
It was an outstanding running play. Outstanding running play.
He's a beast.
Great blocking down the field. Great vision by Achane, and it was just a good play overall, man.
And look at that. What would it set up? It would set up Eichenberg for another chance to screw Jalen Waddle. That's what it would set up. So right now,
Oh my goodness.
it's first and goal after another run by Achane, gained 8 and is followed up by a 4-yard Mostert run. 2 in the gun, Mostert to his left, 1 receiver to the left, 2 stacked to the right, 11 personnel for Miami. Tyreek's going to motion to the left. 2 is going to fake the give. Espinosa is going to bite. 2 is going to bootleg to his left, find a wide open Waddle in the end zone who gets inside leverage and then turned the DB inside out with his out route. And the TD is going to be nullified by
What a throw.
Eichenberg being ineligible downfield, obviously.
What a throw by Tua. And outside of Eichenberg's brain fart, this was a well executed play. Tua got the ball to his guy. Perfect window throw right there. But again, Eichenberg, brother.
What are you doing, man?
What are we doing with this guy?
Like, look where he is.
Where are you going? Where are you going? And
God, I hate him so much. I might be getting to hate, bro. It's such a strong disdain and dislike and resentment for this player. I might be just getting to hate.
I did not want to laugh on that, but I saw Eichenberg make that, like that subtle. Oh,
yeah. You see him try to get back. Did you see him try to get back? Like no one was noticed. Like, oh, no one's gonna see me. Did you see that? Watch right here. Watch. This guy's
that was
classic,
mad
bro.
funny, bro.
This guy is such a drone. It's unbelievable. Look at this. Watch. Ready? Oh, I'm upfield. Up. Let me get back. Oh yeah. Flag comes out. You jabron. Oh my God! Get this
oh man.
Field.
Yeah, man. It was again.
The guy looks like Mr. Incredible and plays like Mr. Mediocre at best. It's unbelievable.
But reason the craziest thing is people see the final score, right? 48-20. Buffalo Bills offense was hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah,
but
we were also poor tackling, poor angles. Look at how many explosive plays Diggs had just off of poor tackling. And then look at we've now taken another 7 off the board thanks to Eichenberg. There was and then you had Kohu with his pass interference led to a touchdown. Kohu took that unnecessary roughness that moved them from the 33 to the 18 that led to a touchdown on the next play. I mean, that's 21 points right there.
I agree, but what I'm getting at is the Bills were converting touchdowns, and when you see them doing that, and we have our offense led by Liam Eichenberg at center, you can clearly see why the score was so lopsided when it came to us and them. It was like night and day. Like, come on, bro.
Look at their offensive line dealing with ours.
Yes. We're dealing with mass confusion when they came to how we were operating today. So it was a tough game to watch, bro. Like it really was.
All right, first and goal from the 13 now, 2 in the gun, Achane to his left for 1-2 set, 11 personnel, quarters for the Bills. Smythe is going to run a curl. 2 is going to hit him for 7 yards. Personally, what you see here is I would have liked Achane because he's going to come out on a flat route, and he's going to be one-on-one with a linebacker, I think it is. And Tyreek's going to pull the coverage to the middle of the field on that side. Or you got Berrios over here on the speed out, and Chosen's route is going to pull the defender over to the middle of the field as well. I just think I would have chosen speed on either side because it has a better chance of breaking it for a touchdown than Smythe over the middle of the field, but it's a completion, so I ain't going to complain.
And being on this in this portion of the field.
But we need points. It's 48-20, and we need them quick. Like that's why I'm taking one of those sideline guys.
Yeah, but we can't complain. It's as far as this right here, right now. He has to move forward because the objective was to get a touchdown. That was nullified because of that penalty.
And we didn't. So second and goal, 2 in the gun. Achane to his left, 2 receivers stacked to the left. Tyreek to the right, 11 personnel for Miami. Cover 1 red zone look for the Bills. Smythe's going to motion out right. Everything's going to be locked up to the right side. And that's going to force Tua out to his left, and he's going to throw it away in Waddle's direction. It's just good coverage. I mean, look at the coverage.
The only thing that was available was that wheel route back shoulder. to smite to the right. And like right now, like you just got to put the ball on
Yeah,
his
he ain't
chest.
throwing that. He did not even looking that way, bro.
Yeah. But I'm just
Then he's
saying per the
flushed out.
coverage,
Yeah.
per the coverage, you see it's a catch coverage. Will and you know me reason. Will Ross is just my favorite route to throw.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, you can't never lose
He
with a
looked it
Will Ross.
off because I just don't think he liked the matchup. I don't think he trusts Smythe on that with the
Against
with that
Terrell.
yeah, with that cushion over top, right? They
Yeah.
got that cushion
But
on top, so he thinks it's gonna get beat.
but if there's any route to hit on that play, it has to be that one immediately back shoulder.
Yeah.
Give it to your player and get closer to the goal line. So
3rd and goal, 2 in the gun, Achane to his left, 1 wide receiver to the left, trips to the right, 11 personnel, cover 1 again for Buffalo. 2 is going to try to hit Achane out of the backfield, who looks to be angling inside. When 2 is going to throw it like a fade to the back pylon and it's incomplete, it's just a miscommunication. They have to get on the same page and build a chemistry as a receiver duo. That's all.
Yes, agreed.
That's it. There's nothing more to this play than that. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal. Another look at this throw right here. You can see, look at angled inside to get out. But here we go. 4th and goal. And man, we've seen them get sacked on 4th down before, and this is no different when we don't need it to happen. 2 in the gun, Achane to his left. Waddle split out to the left. Smythe and Hill stacked in the right slot. 1 wide receiver to the right. Cover 2 red zone. Look for the Bills. Hill's going to motion out to the right. Again, this is the result of Eichenberg, as there's no ID or shift to pick up the free rusher off the left side once more. And Russo comes off free for the sack, 11-yard loss, and a turnover on downs.
Yeah, this whole play was a mess from the line of scrimmage, man. Nobody picked up anything the right way.
Done.
Yeah, and it was a loss from the beginning.
Yep.
It was a loss from the beginning. So
yeah,
off the field, get off the field.
So 1st and 10 after a Buffalo punt, 2 in the gun, Moser to his left, 1 by 3 receiver set, 11 personnel, quarters for Buffalo. Tua is going to look off his reads to the right side, step up in the pocket, and he's going to find Waddle, who's going to come across and up off his dig route, and Waddle's going to get up that right side of the field for 17 yards right there with a little bit of a pick help. Good stuff. And the Dolphins
probably could have hit. Probably could have hit Waddle a little bit earlier in that play, like literally like right there. Yeah, but he wasn't necessarily looking at Waddle.
Yeah.
As far as the timing is concerned, but what a play by Waddle after the catch.
Yeah, agreed. Turn on those burners. 1st and 10 after Bears picked up 11 yards on the ground, 2 in the gun. We've got Ingle to his left, a 1 by 2 receiver set, 21 personnel for Miami, cover 2 press for the Bills. Tua's going to drop an absolute dime over top of Bernard and underneath the safety up the left sideline to go to Ingle on that wheel route that you love so much. Absolute money and a big boy throw, 23 yards down to the Buffalo 29. There's that wheel route you love, brother.
Love it, man.
What a dime. He still got that confidence. You can tell his confidence hasn't been shaken when he's making those throws, you know?
The wheel route works 99%.
Yeah, you just got a hole shot it, right? That's all.
Yeah, either a hole shot, back shoulder, arc over the top if the coverage is available. It's just one of those routes that is underrated for me, man. I love the wheel routes.
1st and 15 after a delay of game penalty, 2 in the gun, Achane to his right. 21 personnel with 2 receivers stacked to the right. Quarters for the Bills. And this is just going to be a screen to Waddle that's going to go for 1 yard.
I mean, I think we know why I went.
Tell him, Martin.
No, I mean, because with Eichenberg, like what my okay.
Look at how slow
so
he was to even get out there. You see that? Like
that's
he didn't know where he was going.
That's the key.
What do I do? Look at how slow he is.
That's the key because again, look
this guy.
The key is because how our offensive line operated, you know, for the first 3 weeks of the season on plays like that. These guys were sprinting.
Yeah,
they were sprinting to the point of attack, to where they know exactly who to get and exactly where to go. and clearly Liam is just still he doesn't have it all together, man. And again, that snail's pace to the point of attack just lets you know, like, okay, we're in trouble a little bit, because there's no reason for you not to have full effort and full explosion, even if you don't know where you're going.
Agreed.
Full effort, full explosion, but nothing. I don't know.
All right, so play 43 now, 2nd and 14. 2 in the gun, Achane to his right, 21 personnel with a wide receiver to each side, quarters again for Buffalo. And on this, Daquan Jones is going to easily swim through Eichenberg's pathetic attempt for a block and gets a sack on Tua for 8 yards right there.
Oof.
And, I mean, how many plays we've lost count of how much this guy has cost us.
Yeah. It's just, wow.
Look at that.
Wow.
That's pathetic.
Wow. That's dominance when it comes to Daquan Jones rep. But equally, it's just pitiful on Eichenberg. And that was just a one-on-one by design, But I have some pride. That's another thing about as far as Liam's headspace. There's just not enough dog in it, man. I just don't see it, man. There's at least in Austin Jackson's case, when he was struggling early on in his career, there was still like some dog in him,
Yeah.
But Liam, I mean, no canine teeth, none.
Yeah. So 3rd and 22 now, 2 in the gun, running back to his right, 2-by-1 receiver set, 11 personnel for the Dolphins, and he's going to take
this is all sticks.
Yeah, cover one.
Free sticks.
Yeah, cover one. And he's going to take Smythe here on that quick little like curl, and he's going to fumble. Now, this comes back because there is a penalty on this play. Look at this. Right on that hitch curl route. And the bill gets knocked out. Now, there's a penalty on the play. They are called for offside on Leonard Floyd. And instead of failing on 3rd and 22 and turning the ball over, they get another shot at 3rd and 17 now. And all right, Tua in the gun, 2 receivers to the left, that tight trip stack to the right. We got an 11 personnel look for the Miami Dolphins here. We got quarters, like straight cover 4 quarters from the Bills. And on this one, Tua, everything's deep. He's got the underneath, but again, he's feeling the pressure off the left side, moves up, maneuvers out. He scrambles. He's got space. He gets 13 yards.
Great play by Tua.
But holding on Robert Hunt right here on the right. There's the hold, right? I think they called him right there.
Yeah, that was all.
Yeah,
sure.
So he gets called on the hold when he didn't even really need to. Tua was out and gone. You didn't even need that, right? Right there, you didn't even need it.
Yeah.
And so that nullifies that. And instead of us now being on a 4th and I believe it would have been 4th and 4, it's now 3rd and 27. And what's going to happen here? Tua in the gun, running back to his right, 3-by-1 receiver look, 11 personnel, and Tua is going to take the snap again, quarters. They'll drop into like a 3, and he's going to take the underneath. Smythe is going to trip up and not get very much, bro. Not get very much at all.
It's like everything that can go bad just went bad.
Chipsy gets out, and then even he
no matter what it is.
And this is after him fumbling, and we haven't even seen Smythe look like this in a long time. Like
it was a, like I said, domino effect, trickle down effect, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. It was contagious, and we couldn't snap out of it, man.
So Ahmed's in the backfield to his left. We got Trips bunch to the right, one receiver to the left, 11 personnel. Again, that deep quarters prevent. And Tua, again, he's going to try and hit Ahmed, who Ahmed's not even going to be able to corral it on the swing route. And there is an offside on Shaq Lawson on this play. So the Dolphins on 4th and 23 are going to get bailed out, and they're going to get a chance on 4th and 18. And that's going to bring up the final play of the game. We've got an empty backfield, 2-by-3 set. Again, that quarters prevent look for the Bills. Tua is going to step back. He's going to target the underneath route, which is obviously Cedric Wilson. He'll get 16 yards. They needed 18. Game over. So game over. It's done. Listen.
Thank God.
I'll give you 2 minutes. Final thoughts on what we saw on all that tape and everything today, because it obviously wasn't a pretty sight. So 2 minutes, give me your thoughts on what you saw, your takeaways into his game.
Rough film. Go into the film room, watch it one time, burn the tape, and move on to the next game. Because that was one of the worst offensive performances I've seen from the Dolphins. Not because of us as a unit, but just because we didn't have our main guy in place, which was Connor Williams, who clearly we got to pay this guy. We have to keep him on the offensive line because he clearly showed that without him, this thing just doesn't work. And honestly, as far as Liam Eichenberg is concerned, he's going to have his head in the dirt this entire week until he gets back on the field against the Giants, and he has to redeem himself. No matter how badly he's played, no matter how poorly he's played, he has to get over it because he's a pro, he's a professional. You have to go up against these guys every week. Get it together, keep your head up, figure out how to play the position, and play it well when you're in. So that's it.
I agree, 110%, man. I mean, listen, it was not pretty at all. And Tua was fine when he had the time to operate, and when he wasn't put in an uncomfortable situation, Tua was fine. Tua was cooking, but you just didn't give him really a chance, man. You know what it is. So, listen, I'm gonna be back tomorrow night with Richmond and ball game. We'll start transitioning to week 5, because I mean it's time to move off the Bills. We've talked about it enough. It's time to translate to Giants week, and we ain't done talking about Liam Eichenberg if you're sick of it already, because him against Dexter Lawrence is going to be a talking point this week. You can guarantee it. So please, still over 230 people, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. I'll be live tomorrow at 7:45 with ball game and Richmond Webb for the finish line, and then I'll be live at 5:00 on Thursday with Neil Driscoll. Then we'll be live at 5 on Friday to preview the Giants and the Dolphins game. It's time to get back into the winning column, and it starts this week. Let's get to 5-1. Let's get things fixed and right for Philly, because that Philly, New England, and the Chiefs stretch, that I think is going to be what defines this team and tells us what we're made of. So until next time, you already know what time it is, baby. Fins up all day, every day. We'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Peace.